Hi Aries, here's a general look at your solar chart for September 2009. Now I think it's going to be quite a fun month, but I think you're going to be mixing business with pleasure. So it's likely you're going to be more concerned with activities which can enhance health and well-being, or you'll be making choices which are going to enhance health and well-being in the future. So this could be, if you're involved in any kind of property situation, making the most of your space, or it could be that you are getting involved in the health and well-being of others. Also employment matters, anything around employment matters, that's going to need focus, patience, perseverance. So that's health and well-being, choices made there, and around work, study, anything like that. And anything to do with service, anything. So if it's health, people who are performing services for you. If it's your space, people who are performing services for you in that space or to do with that space, or services you're performing for others, using your skills, your expertise. This is the month for you to be learning new things, applying skills if you know them already, or adding new strings to your bow, but working hard in all of those areas with an eye to the future, because anything you do in these areas is going to stand you in good stead in the future. So whether it's job, study, daily commitments, daily chores, if there's something going on in your life which it's going to need this kind of almost like military soldier-like marching forwards. Nothing dramatic, no great leaps are going to be happening here. This is progressive, but it's gradual. So you're advised to get your head down, concentrate, and be consistent and patient, children of the Ram. Patience isn't your strong suit, but patience in all matters which I've just mentioned. Another point which could lead to great things for you in the future is that you should be experimental this month, but again, cautious. So it's like the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Say you've been given the instruction manual for whatever, this is the analogy, so you kind of digest and process and digest the instruction manual, and then you go off the instruction manual and you bring in a strand of your own, or using some advice or some knowledge that you get from somewhere else, basically doing it in your own way. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. What I'm trying to say is that there is a sort of a dance going on this month. Well, that's mostly between the 9th and the 25th you're going to feel this energy, between the planet of limitation and conventionality and restriction, Saturn, and the planet of innovation and liberty and freedom and anything technological, new agey, cutting edge. It can even be, if it's to do with health, sort of vibrational healing, that kind of thing. They're having this kind of, they're performing this sort of little dance together. They're making a music together. So they're a fantastic pair, because it means that you can apply something in through traditional channels, which is quite innovative. So anything born of original thinking, but within a traditional setting. For instance, having a real kind of, if it's to do with property, having solar panels and a windmill in a very traditional house with a garden, or in fact having a very untraditional setup like a yurt or a boat, or a cave. A lot of people live in caves in Spain, but they have these beautiful interiors and kind of underfloor heating, and so it's the traditional with the, and not only in Spain, but anyway, it's the traditional with the innovative and the modern. That's what I'm trying to say. So always it is a question of what your personal natal chart is about. This is just general, but this is giving you a feel of it. This is throwing a pebble into the pond. It can work quite well for you this month, putting together anything which is, those from those two different polarities. And it's a progressive time, but it's progressive with a schedule, it's progressive with perseverance, it's progressive with a steady hand on the wheel, and it's to do with work and patience and things evolving and unfolding. Having said that, as I said before, it looks like a month which is going to be sociable. It'll be quite a fun time. You'll be attending events, or maybe events will be coming to you. Maybe you'll be getting people, you know, in and around the home. It looks as though the home is going to be a hive of activities. It could be that you're working a lot, doing a lot from home, in the home, people are coming into the home maybe. It can be any of these things. And it could even be you harking back to the past of a relationship, harking back in a nostalgic way, harking back to the way things used to be, going over, you know, things that were sort of shoved under the carpet in a relationship a long time ago, and you rerunning aspects of an old scenario. Be careful that you don't have a kind of a knee-jerk response, which is kind of emotional to things, because actually I think feelings could be nearer the surface this month too, Aries. It looks like the home base is going to be subject to change, subject to improvement for many of you, but like I say, some people get too close for comfort, and that could irritate you, and so you need to draw your boundary lines there. What this is about, well, Mars, your ruling planet, Mr. Adrenaline, is in your home area, whizzing around, you know, cleaning up, doing stuff, working in there. And if some of you are looking for property, getting set up in property, helping others with property, doing your own, working from home, being more active in the local neighborhood, maybe even you're not at home, maybe you're somewhere else. It just looks busy. Could be service providers coming into your home, others who are performing a service for you, or you going into the homes of others. Or any, actually I should say, of that could be more prominent in your life depending on your personal natal chart. So be prepared this month for extra work and sticking at an itinerary or a schedule. I mean, you could be even on holiday and somebody comes along and asks you to do some work for them, that kind of thing. Now things are a bit heavier going between the 16th and the 19th, more difficult there to achieve things, and also things on your mind, stresses, maybe delays between the 21st and the 23rd, no big deal. And overall, Aries, this month, the best way for you to move forward in this progressive time is steadily proving things as you go, and not being afraid to ditch things or people or relationships or ideas or whatever it is that aren't working for you, but be patient and take the long view on things. And I think a shift is probably going to be occurring for many of you, particularly early Arians, between the 22nd and the 25th of September. Well, that's it for September. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.